They targeted politicians. Marjorie Taylor Greene, Governor Mike Huckabee.
On there.
Yeah. Candace Owens, Jack Posobiec, Charlie Kirk, Benny Johnson, Tom Fitton. Yeah,
I always hate it when I'm not on these lists.
I know. You know, they put it in my Wikipedia page that I'm a super spreader based on the EAP, and Jim Jordan didn't even give me an honorable mention. Come on, Jim.
We got to bring him on the show.
Yeah. I met him once for 15 minutes. No, they also say Michelle Malkin, Dave Rubin, James O'Keefe. It's absolutely insane.
But who isn't on the list is even more telling.
Right. Here's some examples. Here's one. It's a tweet from Newt Gingrich saying Pennsylvania Democrats are methodologically. Why can't I say that word? Changing the rules, because I want to say methodologically, but then I keep going back.
You made it too complicated.
Methodically. Changing the rules so they can steal an election. It is amazing, open, dishonest, ruthless, and will, I can't read what it says, unless the state is flooded with law enforcement.
And that was before the election, too. So he's not even making a false claim about how who won the election.
And it's an opinion. It's an opinion.
No opinions for Newt Gingrich. I mean, that's the thing, though. They will pick all kinds of people that they don't want talking. At the same time,
here's a joke they removed.
No comedy either, you know?
He said, Mike Huckabee said, stood in the rain for an hour to early vote today. When I got home, I filled in my stack of mail-in ballots and then voted the ballots of my deceased parents and grandparents. They vote just like me. He's making a joke. That's absolutely amazing.
But no, he really did that.
Who did we miss? Did you have a social media post that was targeted by the EIP? It's clear why Stanford tried to only produce these after the judiciary GOP and weaponization threatened contempt. Yes, I will absolutely be reaching out to my representatives about how I can assist for if there is any action being taken based on the people who are named. I absolutely will throw my name in.
Let's get Jim Jordan on the show. Cassandra, make it happen. I love that guy personally, and I think this is very prescient.
Absolutely.
But also what happens? That's my thing. Like, I think this is great information to come out, and then what? That's what I worry about with all of these. We had an investigation, we uncovered this stuff. Anyways, now that we've told you, that's the end of it.
Well, now what you do is you build censorship-resistant systems, protocols, things like Nostr, however you want to pronounce it. I did an interview with Bill Ottman today, CEO and founder of Minds, talking about censorship resistance and things like that. Briar, mesh networking, things that can't be censored. You can always censor them locally, like you can blacklist them from appearing on your part of the network, but you can't make it go away.
Well, the crazy thing too is just like we were talking about earlier, a lot of the stuff that's coming out now is stuff that was already publicly known. Like if you did a little bit of research years ago, you could find details about the Hunter Biden laptop, what was on it. There's BidenLaptopEmails.com where you can search based on keyword and find stuff. Like the public was able to access the information that while Joe Biden was vice president, $23.7 million went to MetaBiota, and Rosemont Seneca Partners was invested in MetaBiota, so those returns would have gone back to Joe Biden's pocket. And so that information's already been public for years, and now we're just seeing these committees just admit that it's real, admit that the laptop's real, admit that this evidence is real. I think that it's just telling how screwed up our system is when it's not about whether or not people have access to the truth, but it's about who admits the truth is true.
In March of 2021, EIP put out a report a report by The Guardian reported on it, saying 15 of the top 21 offenders were verified, including Eric Trump, Donald Trump Jr., James O'Keefe, Tim Pool, Elijah Riot, and Sidney Powell. All 21 of the top accounts for misinformation leaned right-wing, the study showed. I never put out misinformation, and that's why, and everyone knows this, all of my sources always are certified by NewsGuard. I think NewsGuard is biased. I think they have posted incredibly wrong information about timcast.com. They did this dirty trick where they claimed that they emailed us, and because we didn't respond, they downgraded us again, even though we checked, they didn't.
How are you right-wing, though? I don't think of you as like a right-winger.
Well, it's lies, but here's my point. If I'm going to use their standard for what's true, and they call me misinformation, that's exactly the point. So there was a really interesting story pertaining to COVID and lab leak, where they wrote, I think they wrote it in our, NewsGuard wrote it in our report or someone else's. I can't remember which one. And they said that this is I think it was ours. They said it is incorrect. It was something about like Ukraine labs or something like that. It's not true. This was never revealed. And then I showed them the New York Post and the Daily Mail, NewsGuard certified sources confirming what they claimed was false. I said, now hold on. You say this story about COVID lab leak is false, but you certified Daily Mail and the New York Post as factual and they claim both of these that it's true. So who do I trust? The random employee telling me I'm wrong, or your own certified news sources? And they were like, oops.